Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnikins, and good morning. And all this June Dairy Month, with the help of Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, we are highlighting some of our area dairy farmers and all of the different things that they do to help the environment, their cows, and more, and to make dairy sustainable here in Wisconsin. And so what we're going to be doing is focusing on the families that are hosting the June Dairy Month breakfasts. And today, we are going to kick off our first of 5 interviews with the Koller family. They are hosting the Pepin County Town and Country Dairy Breakfast this coming Saturday starting at 6:30. And I'm with Randy Koller. And first we're going to find a little bit about, today we're going to find a little bit about the farm. And Randy, thanks for joining us. And for those of you watching this on YouTube, yep, we're right in the barn. We were going to be in the field, but they were haying today. And when you start to hay, that's when the good Lord says it's time for it to rain. Anyway, Randy, thank you for having us. Well, first, tell us about your farm.
Well, the farm here that I'm farming on with my wife Karma and our kids Marissa and John, my dad purchased it in 1961. It was originally the Hart Farm, and then George Moyer owned it, and my dad purchased it in 1961. So it's been a while ago, and I guess I farmed with my dad from 1982 until 92 when I graduated from high school in 1982. And then in 1992, Karma and I kind of took over and completely, and my dad helped out until he passed away back in 2012. So it consisted originally of, something 155 acres or so, and then he added another chunk of land to it, actually 190 acres or so, and he added another chunk of land to it in 1964 from the Forest Wright Farm.
And so how many cows do you milk every day?
We milk 35 to 40 cows here.
Okay, and that's kind of small when we've seen all of the expansion of the dairy industry with farms getting bigger and bigger. So you even have, you can see in the background, you still have, this is the original barn, the stanchion barn?
This is the original stall barn, yes, that was on this farm. And by today's standards, probably the average farm, in this part of the country, in the Midwest, is probably in the 70 to 80 range, the average farm. But there, of course, are several that are in the hundreds, the thousands, and, up to 5,000 and more. So this is definitely a small farm.
But while it's a small farm, you do a lot here. Yeah, 80 or the 30 cows, but you have a lot more that you have to do with those cows and with the crops, correct?
Well, and we do raise some cash crops. And my son John, who's going to be part of an interview later here on a different day, he bought the farm that my father grew up on in 2021. And so that added 125 acres of cropland, and that's down towards Durand. And then he also rents another neighbor's 125 acres. So, we do crops as well.
You got to be pretty proud of that. Your son buying the old farm back.
Well, that's the opportunity arose, and it made more sense for somebody from the younger generation to buy it than for me to buy it.
What's it been like now for you and your wife to raise the family here on the farm that you were on?
Well, I think it's been great, and hopefully they've learned something about hard work and the effort it takes along the way. And, my wife Karma works as a physical therapist as well. Not full-time, but she works a lot, plus she helps out on the farm. And so it's been a good mix for us.
We are talking with Randy Koller. Him and his wife, along with their 2 kids, run Koller Farms, and they are this Saturday's hosts of the Pepin County Town and Country Dairy Breakfast. All this week, we're featuring the Koller family and some of the things they do on their farm to show how sustainable dairy farming can be and some of the sustainable practices that they're doing to protect the land and the water and all of that. And we're going to talk more with Randy and John about some of that, and even Marissa, too, about some of the things they do here on the farm here throughout the week. And coming up tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to ask Randy about all of these girls you see behind us. Everything kind of revolves around them, and how they take care of the cows. We're going to find out some about that here coming up tomorrow morning. Thank you again to Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin as well for supporting our highlights of our dairy farm families here in western Wisconsin this June Dairy Month. I'm Brian Winnikins. This is WRDN.